Cincinnati Bengals are keeping A.J. Green. Or so I think. The reports are that they're coming out and they're saying that they are going to franchise tag A.J. Green. I completely agree with this move. And people are saying, well, you may want to rebuild, trade for picks, aren't you guys in tanking mode? Here's the thing. We already know the Bengals are drafting a quarterback. It's more likely than not Joe Burrow. And the reason why I keep saying more likely than not, because there's all these little, well, what about Tua? Could it be Tua? How about Tua? I just don't see how, if you are trying to get Tua, and then you're going to let Andy Dalton walk, or I know you still have Andy Dalton for a year, but it's just like, if I had a pick of who, I understand that Joe Burrow had, that the Tua had a great career, and Joe Burrow only had one good season. I understand that. But Joe Burrow had the best season, he had the best season a quarterback could have. Let's just face it. For everyone that's out there, the stats, the trophies, everything, Joe Burrow had the number one season for a quarterback. No question about it. He ran a pro-style offense in college, and he put up the best numbers a quarterback could put up in college. Won national championship, Heisman, other little awards that come with it, Davey O'Brien or whatever it is. He won all those awards. Why do we sit there and think that just because he had one good season doesn't mean he's going to make it in the NFL, or because he's got tiny hands? His hands are fine, all right? Leave the man's hands alone. He's fine. Joe Burrow is going to be the number one pick. And I've talked about this before. When Andrew Luck came, and I know Andrew Luck is no longer on the Colts, but when he came on the Colts, when the Colts drafted him, that offseason, they were letting pieces go. Linebackers, tight ends, linemen. They were letting pieces go around them. They were starting to rebuild. But one key player remained. Reggie Wayne, wide receiver. Head coach Chuck Pagano had gone to Reggie Wayne and said, do you want to be a part of this team? Do you want to be a part of what we have going on? And Reggie said, yes. I do want to be a part of it. So what he did, they kept Reggie Wayne, brought in Andrew Luck, added T.Y. Hilton. And they knew Reggie was a key factor to Luck's development. That season, Reggie Wayne had one of his best seasons as an Indianapolis Colt. Even with Peyton Manning, absolutely he had great seasons as well. But if you look at the numbers, Reggie Wayne was putting up amazing numbers with Andrew Luck. And Andrew Luck was looking his way a lot because he's a young guy. He was a young quarterback learning the NFL, but this is why, again, I agree with this. I think if you have someone like Joe Burrow, who you know, this is my guy, let's give him a weapon to play with his first year. That builds confidence. Like Andrew Luck, yes, he retired, but did he have a great career? Yes. Was it riddled by injuries? Yes. But if you look at the stats, he had a great career when he was playing. And trust me, I know, I wish he was playing longer, but I got to deal with it now. Because I'm a Colts fan, and that's just all I deal with. It's just, So, but keeping a guy like A.J. Green alongside to work with a rookie like Joe Burrow, that's just, they call it a security blanket, right? Peyton Manning had his security blankets. Tom Brady had his, still kind of has his. Well, not really, because Gronk was probably his security blanket. Matt Ryan has his. When Antonio Brown was still in Pittsburgh, Ben Roethlisberger had his. Like, these guys have security blankets. And that is why I do think you got to keep, again, I know they're keeping A.J. Green. I understand that. But just think about development of a quarterback. If you want to develop a guy who's just going to be, I don't even know what I'm looking for. Like, who's just going to be like, man, his bad first year. Well, he didn't have a lot to work with. Well, it's also kind of a way to find out what you have. Because if you have someone like A.J. Green and your quarterback struggles, that's a problem then. Then you realize, we do have a problem. So you keep A.J. Green, you bring him on, you find out what he's about as far as Joe Burrow. It just helps in development. I think it will help with Joe Burrow's development. And I'm not saying you move on from A.J. Green after a year. I'm not saying that at all. If he doesn't do anything, if Joe Burrow has a great season, A.J. Green doesn't play, or he's hurt, or whatever it is, then you move on from A.J. Green. But if Joe Burrow struggles and you have A.J. Green and A.J. Green does what he can, but you see the struggles from Joe Burrow, now you have a problem. Because A.J. Green, when he's healthy, he is an elite receiver. I think we all can agree on that. He's not the top receiver in the game. There's no doubt he's not. But when he's playing and he's healthy, he's an elite receiver. Bengals, I think they're doing a great move by franchise tagging him, giving him that year with Cincinnati to figure out. Now, it's going to be a big chunk of the salary cap, but I think they can afford it. But you got to give Joe Burrow a great weapon his first year. When he's healthy, A.J. Green will be an effective player in that Bengals offense with Joe Burrow.